Hey, what's going on, guys? Zestrin here, and today I want to talk about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And this is going to be kind of my review, not really, but also like impressions and my thoughts about the game. So I have not beat the game yet, so take all this with a grain of salt. I've put about like 20 hours or so, a little less, maybe something like that. I'm just playing here and there. I put like an hour after work and stuff like that. But so that's kind of want to talk about. There's like things I like and things I don't like about the game. So let's start off with some of the positives. So I like where the story's going. I like that the voice acting is in there. I wish there was some more voice acting. There was just still way too many too much text to read, which I know some people enjoy that, but I don't. But it's whatever. But I'm still enjoying it. I do like a lot of the new features in the game that are introduced to the series. I like the trials, or the shrines, what are they called? I think they're fun, they're cool little things, but I do miss just the structure of how Zelda's been, like pretty much all the Zelda games, where you kind of start the game, you have your little intro tutorial area where they're kind of setting up the story and teaching you some basic mechanics. You get some early weapons, and you get like your first sword and all that stuff, and then some shit happens and you go out on your quest, you do the first dungeon, you keep going like that, and then the game just goes on from there. I really do like that structure. And this one, like, I spent like the first hour of the game I played, I couldn't figure out where I had to go, because I've seen some people post about it. It's like, oh, they like how there's no like markers in the game, doesn't hold your hand. It's like, yeah, I get that. I don't like when games too handholdy either. Like Skyward Sword is way too handholdy. It was guiding you every which way to go. But in this one, it doesn't tell you anything. And yeah, I know the original Zelda was like that, but again, I don't really like the original Zelda. The first Zelda game that I actually like in terms of release order is Link to the Past. But it's because like the marker came up with the screen, I had to go to the first tower or whatever, but it went away. And it was like, I remember the old man was telling me I had to go to the Temple of Time, so I just kept running around the Temple of Time for 45 minutes until I eventually, luckily I picked up this bad boy when I got the game, and this is the collector's strategy guide, and is him using GameStop receipts as bookmarks. But I used that and I looked up what I had to do, because I was like, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And I know some people say using a guide robs you of the experience, but I would just run around doing absolutely nothing, not making any progress at all. So that annoyed me. And what I also hate is that the game seems pretty difficult, especially for a Zelda game. I mean, I'm alright at games, so some games are better than others. And I actually saw a thread about this online too. You know, people was like, oh, you just suck at the game, or you're not, the game's just trying to tell you you're not in this area. Well, it's like, well, one, maybe I am bad at the game, but two, I was in areas where they were telling me to go. It's like, here, go here, talk to this character. Alright, I'm here. Why am I getting killed by every enemy on the way there? And so I found that very discouraging. And then also what makes it really annoying is how the weapons, they break. They're breakable weapons. They wear down over time. But they wear down very, very quickly. It's like you fight, like you get the weapon, you get into a fight of a few like bogoblins or whatever the hell they're called, and the thing pops up, oh, your weapon is badly damaged. It's like, already? It's like, why is things so fragile here? You know, you get a cool, oh, this is a really powerful weapon. Oh, I'm going to use this now because it's stronger. Oh, now it's broken. Now all the weapons I have left are the stupid clubs all the bogoblins or moblins, whatever the hell they're called, leave behind. And it makes fighting all the enemies harder because now you're weaker. And that's really annoying. I wouldn't really mind the weapons breaking down so easily if you could repair them, or even if it completely broke, if it didn't just shatter and you just lost it, you can go and get it repaired somewhere, because as far as I know, you can't do that, or if you can, I have not found it yet, and that's really annoying. But it's like, it's so annoying, because like, oh wow, I found this really cool weapon, oh look how cool it is, it's getting to one fight, oh, it's broken, goodbye. And then you're stuck with weaker weapons, and it's like, what's the point of finding all these cool weapons if they're just gonna break? And I don't know about the Master Sword or anything like that, because I haven't gotten that far yet. But I know it's like, that's like very discouraging to me, to just have your weapons break so easily, because I just don't want to use them. And I'm not the only person who's talked to this. There's the Jim Sterling, he did the Jimquisition or whatever, he came out today as I'm recording this, pretty much talking about this very topic. And I'm not trying to rip off. I actually was thinking about making this video for like a week now. I've just been busy working and just about what I think about Zelda so far. And so I just find that very annoying that it just weapons break constantly. So, but then back to like the difficulty, it's like, okay, you need to go, and like, yeah, they kind of want you to go kind of like a Link Between Worlds, how there's no set order where you're supposed to do things, you just kind of go and do them as you see fit. So I ended up, because I was just trying to get towers, trying to open up the map, so I was trying to get to some shrines so I can earn some more spirit orbs, so I can earn some more hearts, stamina, and all that stuff. And I ended up in Zora's domain, and they want me to go fight this dude so I can get some shock arrows. Alright, that seems simple enough. Except he fucking one-hit kills me. And it's like, that's really annoying. It's like, and you don't find health in the wild, you gotta eat stuff. It's like, alright, that's fine, you should have health to me, but it's like, if you're gonna get one-hit killed, there doesn't really no point to, there's no point in eating if you're gonna get one-hit killed, no matter how many. I mean, I got like 7 hearts right now and I get one-hit killed. So it's like I can't advance in the game because I keep dying, and it's just like the combat is not as good as other Zelda games. Like, I think Twilight Princess sells the best combat, GameCube or Wii U version, of course, because you can lock on, you can block, and of course, your weapons didn't break in those games unless you had like a wooden shield and it caught on fire. But you could just go rebuy that shield. Or what I like to do, because you look cooler, you can run around with just a sword on your back. I did that a lot in Twilight Princess. I don't know, other like small complaints I have about the game is I was never a big fan of the art style from the beginning. I am one of the people who prefers the more realistic Twilight Princess art style of Zelda, and who knows if they'll ever do that again. I sure hope so, but who knows. But, you know, the graphics aren't bad. They do look older because, I mean, it is Wii U, and Wii U is not nearly as powerful as the current systems, and Switch isn't either. So, of course, the graphics look outdated a little, but, I mean, you kind of get over it. You're just kind of going through the world and going through you're just kind of going through the world and playing and doing things. And some of the environments look good, like a lot of the grass and the trees and stuff like that, but you get to, like, a mountain cliff, and the rocks look terrible. You know, they look like really, really shitty textures. And then I just don't like the way Link looks. I mean, yeah, I like his design. I don't like the longer ponytail like hair, and just like the anime art style. I don't really like it as much. But there's things that I do like. I really do like the cutscenes with the voice acting. The lip syncing is bad. I mean, they're just kind of like talking, and as their voice moves, or as they say things, their lips are kind of moving, but they're not going along what they're saying. So that's a little weird, but, you know, not every game is going to have, like, Uncharted levels of, like, perfect, like, you know, mouth movement for what they're saying, you know, like a movie almost. But Naughty Dog does it in a certain way that it comes out that way. But anyway, that's not what I'm talking about. But that's just broken. One thing I do like, this is a spoiler for the game, but the first memory I unlocked was the one near Hyrule Castle, and it's like Zelda giving Link some kind of speech, and all the other champions are sitting around there, and they talk about the Master Sword and how it's something about the sky, something about going through time, and something about twilight.
Whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight. So
this game seems to be in the child timeline, which consists of, it's after the split, because there's the split in Ocarina of Time, and it goes, you know, the Majora's Mask. It was Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and then I think, is it Four Swords Adventures, I think? But whatever. No one ever talks about Four Swords Adventures. And then, not that it was a bad game, it's just no one ever talks about it. And then it seems like Breath of the Wild is in that timeline, because those are the only games they mention. They don't mention Wind. They don't mention, I don't know, any of the other shit that goes on in the, I think it was Downfall timeline, which is where the first, I think it goes, yeah, doesn't it go like A Link to the Past, and Link Between Worlds, then 1, then 2, and then something like that. I haven't looked at the official timeline in a while, but I know there's 3 splits, and I kind of know vaguely where everything goes. But I do like that. So it is a sequel in sorts to Twilight Princess to take place in that timeline, and I'm excited to get through it to see where the story actually goes and see what connections are. I do kind of like the, like, shit was going on, and lots of bad shit happens, and Link got like fatally injured, and they put him pretty much asleep to recover for 100 years, and he wakes up with no memories of anything, and Hyrule is in complete ruin. and now we are learning what happened along with Link because he's gotta get his memories back. I also like how you can't like change it's Link now. Link is the character, you know, because everyone's just called Link. You can you know, in all the other games you can name whatever you want, but he's always Link. You know, he was Link in Smash, he was Link in Soul Calibur, he was Link in Mario Kart 8. You know, it's Link, and now Nintendo's really doubling down on that. But like, yeah, in Breath of the Wild, his name's Link. You can't change it. His name is Link. And so I really like, so that really kind of that whole Link as an avatar argument is kind of like, yeah, not really, because you can't even name whatever you want now. So I like that. One thing I thought it was cool because I do have some of the Zelda amiibos, and so I was able to get Epona, but it's kind of bullshit that you need the amiibos to get shit like that. And so I guess the Smash amiibos they don't make anymore, and they're hard to find. And I'm like, why does Nintendo keep doing this? Like, the amiibos are cool, but you're going to add all these features to games coming out later on, and not everyone's going to have all the amiibos, or whether they weren't into the amiibos at all. But now this new game came out that has content locked behind the amiibos that they want, but they can't get them because the amiibos are not available anymore. Nintendo's like, oh, well, you should just keep making them, you know, maybe produce them at lower rates, you know, instead of making, I don't know how manufacturing works, but instead of making 100 a week, you make 50 a week and ship them out that way. I don't know exactly. I don't know how that shit works. I'm just, you know, saying, you know, what my brain is thinking. I don't know. This video is not scripted, clearly. But so that's kind of bullshit. I really wanted to like unlock, because you can unlock all the different tunics, but I thought you can just unlock them in game by finding them or something. But I guess you need the amiibos to do that, which is kind of annoying. I don't have all the Zelda amiibos. I have all the Smash Zelda amiibos. I have the Wolf Link, and I have the Ocarina of Time Link amiibo that was released a couple months ago. Yeah, that's all the Zelda amiibos I have. Because I know they came, there's, along with the Ocarina of Time one, they came out with the 8-bit Link and the Toon Link and the Toon Zelda from Wind Waker, and then they came out with a whole bunch of Breath of the Wild amiibos, which I plan on getting. But I haven't done that yet. So, but you know, that is annoying. It's like, hey, here's some extra content for this game, but they're locked behind amiibos. You know, this Nintendo is like everyone's bitches about how egregious DLC is, but Nintendo has the most expensive DLC with $13 little figurines that unlock usually nothing really that cool. Most people, like, I have a bunch of amiibos, but I mostly bought them just to have them. I don't care what they did. Like, I never really used them in Smash. I used them in Mario Kart 8 to get some of the Mii costumes, but a lot of them were like, yeah, here's a Mii costume for Mario, even though Mario was in this game like 3 times already, and stuff like that. And you can unlock like some weird things in Mario Party 10 with them. But basically, my point is that amiibos have not really been used in games with me, but I like collecting them. But anyway, so that's just been kind of my early thoughts. Maybe I'll make another video like this once I beat the game, actually. We'll see how things go, but yeah, it's kind of been my early thoughts and impressions and whatnot. It's kind of review, kind of not, about this game. I know it seemed kind of negative, but I was kind of pretty much wanted to talk about the negatives. I do really like the game. So far, it still has not surpassed my favorite Zelda game, which is Twilight Princess. I know a lot of people hate Twilight Princess for whatever reason, even though it's probably, like, honestly, the best mechanically and story-wise and dungeon-wise, probably the best Zelda game. Even with the new stuff in Breath of the Wild, I still think it is. But that's a whole different argument, whole different topic, really. But yeah. So let me know what you guys are thinking about Breath of the Wild. I know it's gotten like 38 10s, or not 10, well, perfect scores. What do you call it? Like, you know, the blank out of blank score from many reviewers. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. It happened. I know there's been a lot of people saying it's like, well, if it wasn't Zelda, would it have gotten perfect scores? Probably not, because it does have that nostalgic lineage and stuff like that with it. But you know, it's whatever. I really like the game. There's a lot of stuff that I would prefer not be there. There's a lot of stuff I would prefer to be there. But I'm going to keep playing it. I'm actually probably going to go play right now. In fact, I actually want to capture the footage for this video, so I'm probably going to go play right now. And yeah, that's about all my thoughts. And unfortunately, because I'm going to use footage and probably some music from Breath of the Wild in this video, I'm not going to be able to monetize it. Thanks, Nintendo. But who cares? I don't really make much money anyway, so I'll see you guys later.